On Sunday, Senator Dianne Feinstein told NBC's Meet the Press she will introduce a bill to ban assault weapons.
I'm going to introduce in the Senate, and the same bill will be introduced in the House, a bill to ban assault weapons. It will ban the sale, the transfer, the importation, and the possession, not retroactively, but prospectively. And it will ban the same for big clips, drums, or strips of more than 10 bullets. So there will be a bill.
Joining me to talk about gun policy is Charlie Blek, president of the Orange County chapter of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence. Charlie, thank you for joining us today. You got involved in this after your son was shot. You got involved in gun policy. What happened?
Unfortunately, he was walking a date home, and three 15-year-olds with a junk gun, a Saturday night special, committed a double homicide that night. They killed a Marine Corps veteran and father of two, and then they shot my son and murdered him. It's been almost 2 decades now, but it's something that we just have to do to honor his memory. And
you're an attorney and started fighting, becoming very active in gun policy.
I'm very fortunate. My wife was a school nurse in one of her former lives, and we take a very positive attitude towards this with a public health approach. And just reducing gun violence, you have to discuss the gun.
Absolutely. Well, following this recent shooting and other recent massacres, gun right advocates have been conspicuously absent in the media. Our repeated requests to talk with national and local gun right advocates have been declined repeatedly. But Senator Joe Manchin, a lifelong member of the National Rifle Association, told MSNBC it's time to discuss gun policy.
I've never had more than 3 shells in a clip. Sometimes you don't get more than 1 shot anyway at a deer. You know, just common sense. It's time to move beyond rhetoric. We need to sit down and have a common sense discussion and move in a reasonable way.
So he's talking about it's time to sit down and at least discuss this. And again, a big national NRA advocate for years and years. How do California laws right now compare to, let's say, Connecticut and several other states?
Well, California has an excellent set of gun laws that I would love to see our federal Congress adopt. In particular, there's 2 items. Number 1, we don't need large capacity magazines. And magazines, I think of Sports Illustrated or Sunset. Bullet loaders. That young man who walked into the Aurora, Colorado theater had a 100-round magazine. When we tolerate 30 or 50 or 100 rounds, we're simply sanctioning the hunting of other human beings. We can do something about that. And Senator Feinstein's bill in '94 actually limited the size of magazines to 10 rounds. The other thing is, in California, every gun sale, whether it's private party, gun show, or through a licensed dealer, must have a background check and a waiting period. 4 out of 10 sales do not have any background checks at all. Felons, adjudicated mentally ill, domestic abusers, 4 out of 10 transactions, they don't care. We've got to close that federal loophole.
That said, the number of federal background checks for gun buyers has actually doubled in the past 10 years, according to the National Instant Check System, which tracks background checks. It doesn't actually track the firearm sales. The 8.5 million background checks in 2002 rose to 16.8 million in 2012. In California, that number jumped from more than 794,000 to more than 981,000 during that same decade time span. I believe there's 300 million guns in the U.S. right now, or thereabout. These loopholes, let's talk about that. Would some of these guns be controlled, and some of the ammunition, if we could close up these loopholes?
Absolutely. Our concept is keeping dangerous weapons out of dangerous hands. The bottom line is, and it's multifaceted, but we need to have better information into these background checks for the mentally adjudicated, the ill folks. We need to be able, even with the Brady background, we have the gun show and the private party loopholes. 40% of our gun transactions do not have any background checks at all. The NRA's philosophy of any gun, any time, any person for any reason is just simply wrong, and that's why they duck coming on now. is that they simply cannot explain that issue.
Let's talk about this, the Brady campaign, and as far as what the lobbying for. This is not a discussion, I understand, about removing the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. What has it moved on to now as far as the Brady campaign is concerned?
Exactly what I just said, eliminating dangerous weapons in dangerous hands. We need to reduce the lethalness of this situation. Now, the reason we've had an opportunity to move on is that there were two United States Supreme Court decisions, Heller and McDonald, that basically said there is a constitutional right to bear arms. A person can have a gun in their home for self-protection. So these politicians who used to pompously announce, well, I believe in the Second Amendment, and think that dismisses the conversation, can no longer rely on that. We have to talk about things that will reduce the lethalness. People don't need to walk in our shoes. They just don't. When we heard the news on Friday, as all these other tragedies, you go numb.
Absolutely numb and sadness for all of us. Well, we are out of time. Charlie Blek with the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence. Thank you for talking to us, and people can hear a lot more of what you have to say on our website.
Thank you for the opportunity.